So I was watching a video, Rich Red Witch Tings, and I've been following her for about 2 or 3 years now. And she just gives great advice to women, but there are some things that I pick up, that I can apply to myself as well. And she was talking about like glamour magic and things like that. And that's something that I kind of low key practice on myself when it comes to my scents. But she mentioned in the video that people don't have signature scents anymore, or just like they're not wearing scents. Now, I know here on Perfume Talk that we do that, but I have noticed that I have a lot of friends. I also know a few people who just don't wear perfume, or like don't have a signature scent. They just do the Bath and Body Works stuff, or they do the Victoria's Secret stuff. They may get something here at the dollar at the beauty supply. No shade to any of that, because I was doing that before. I mean, I've always been into scents, but the coins weren't always there. So now that they're there, let's up the game a little bit. So I got some scents here. I couldn't stop picking. I was trying to do 6, then I went to 8, then I went to 10, then I went to 12. Scents in every price range that can be signature scent worthy. If you don't want to deal with all of this, go with this and you will always smell amazing in any room you step in. So first up, from Precious Liquid, I am going to, let me see, will it focus? Okay. From Precious Liquid, this is Iris Sorbet. And I got a decant of this from Angie Smells the Roses like months ago. Fell in love with it. Got a Scent Angels like 10 ml. Used that up. She ended up putting the bottle on for declutter. I bought it from her. And so the notes for this are, you would think that there was iris in here. It's not, but this is a fruity, powdery scent. And it is grapefruit, raspberry, musk, carrot seeds, blackcurrant, sorbet, rose, and sandalwood. Excuse me. I will be putting the notes up for you guys to see, but this is a beautiful scent. And this is really for somebody who doesn't want a super overpowering scent. This does sit a little closer to the skin. However, when they come in your scent bubble, you will smell amazing. Iris Sorbet is a beautiful fragrance. And that's why I had to snag this when she put this on for a declutter. So my next choice is a classic. And I feel like you would be just a classy woman, a classy person, a classy human stepping out in this fragrance. Every time I wear this fragrance, I get a compliment. And that's why it will always be in my collection, because even though it can smell vintage, or it's been around for years, this version of it is at my absolute favorite, and that is Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel. And this is the intense version, Eau de Parfum Intense. And this is Sicilian orange, bergamot, lemon, rose, fruity notes, jasmine, patchouli, vanilla, tonka bean, musk, and lavender. And this, oh my god, like it just smells so good. As you can see, the dents don't lie. I spray this heavy. You don't need to, but I do. I spray it heavy. I spray it. I put that shit on, okay? This is a beautiful fragrance. I highly recommend putting this into your rotation. If you're somebody who is looking for a more elevated like designer fragrance, you cannot go wrong with Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel. This is probably my favorite of all the Coco Mademoiselles. This is my favorite probably Chanel fragrance. And I was looking the other night, I was like, sampling some other ones to try to see if I can find it, like give her a sister. But she may end up being the only child, because this is really the only one that I gravitated towards, that the scent just lingered. The scent fit me. Like compliments galore. Okay, just compliments galore. Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel, the Intense. Highly recommend picking this up. Now, say what you want about the family. Say what you want. Khloe Kardashian did her biggest one when she came out with XO from Chloe. This surprised a lot of people, especially if you were into like the BSB oils and people were getting the oil first and then going to get the fragrance. I had the fragrance already, so I already knew that this was a gem. And it is just a beautiful, fruity, musky scent. This is rose, lavender, sage, praline, peach, orange blossom, musk, woody notes, moss, and tonka bean. She nailed this. Of the sisters, both her fragrances, I have both of them, you can see it up there. Both of them are fantabulous. They're fantastic. Love this. The projection is there. The sillage is there. The longevity is there. Like, this is a beautiful all the overall fragrance that this could easily fit into someone's being a signature scent. It's not too pricey. You get a, was it 3.4, 3.3 mil, 100 mil bottle for less than $90. So this can fit in anyone's budget. Love it. Love this fragrance. So glad I have this in my collection. Next up is a fragrance that was at the top of my wish list that I secured it through a great deal on Mercari. And this is Capitale from Diptyque. This is pink pepper, rose, and patchouli. This is a beautiful fragrance. I'm so glad I have this in my collection. Oh my God. Like, you want to be a stepper, you got to have this. From the moment I got the little decant, I was like, this is the one I like the most. This is the one that I need in my collection. While I did get two others before this, when I finally got a chance to get this at a decent deal, I couldn't pass it up. I had to have it. The longevity is so, like, it's beast mode. But even though this is a little pricey, if you choose to get it from the actual Diptyque website, it's worth it. The price of the juice is worth it because you get a bang for your buck when it comes to longevity, when it comes to the projection of it. You get a bang for your buck. And I'm just glad to have this in my collection. I think this would be beautiful on anybody who wants a signature scent. Again, this is Eau Capitale from Diptyque. All right, so this next fragrance is, I call it my earthy, smoky rose, and that is Eartha from Harlem Perfume Co. And this is smoke, Szechuan pepper, lemon zest, rose, frankincense, labdanum, jasmine, saffron, rosewood, oud, gallic wood, and moss. This is a super earthy rose. I love that this is in my collection. I wanted this for so long, and I knew, like, looking into Harlem Perfume Company, love what they stand for and how they make fragrances based off of like the Harlem Renaissance era and like the big major players like Josephine Baker and Langston Hughes and Billie Holiday and Duke Ellington. And so when they did Eartha Kitt, I was like, this is the one that's going to fit me. The other ones are beautiful. They just didn't fit me. But Eartha definitely fit me, and I'm so glad to have it. I believe that this could be anyone's signature scent. This is a confident person. This is someone who's going to go in the room and own it. You don't need to be the loudest in the room to be heard. You don't need to be the loudest in the room you don't have to be flashy, anything like that. You step on the scene and you own it. And I believe that is what Eartha stands for in its whole entirety of a fragrance. And I believe that this would be perfect for anyone who is looking for something like that as a signature scent. Eartha is definitely the choice and definitely the way to go, in my opinion. Now, if you want to keep these sweet, just a little sweet, I would suggest Elan Noir from Navitus with the creative direction by Sheree. This is just a beautiful cherry scent. I'm so glad to have this in my collection, but this could be signature scent worthy. This is cherry, sour cherry, orange blossom, black currant, peach, Turkish rose, cherry liqueur, vanilla, and sandalwood. You get cherry in every single layer of this fragrance. So you start from a cherry, then you go to a sour cherry, and then you go to a cherry liqueur, and it just gives deeper and deeper and more depth as it dries down on your skin. I highly recommend. I don't even want to spray it on test strip because this is beast mode. Like, this could fit in anyone's collection, but I believe would be amazing as a signature scent. I highly recommend you guys picking this up. It is pricey. I'm not gonna lie to you and say it's not pricey. This is pricey, but it's worth every drop of the juice that's in here. Okay. And I stand on that. That's how good this fragrance is. I highly recommend picking it up. You need to. Like, this is a beautiful cherry fragrance. This is cherry for the cherry haters. I believe that this could turn a cherry hater because that's how good this fragrance is. Again, this is Elan Noir from Navitus with the creative direction of Sheree. Talk about vintage, talk about classy, talk about timeless, talk about wanting to be remembered and standing the test of time. You have to talk about Shalimar as a whole house, but specifically Shalimar La Essence. This, as you can see in my dent, I have not been able to put this down. Vanilla, iris, powdery, a little musky. Like, this is so good of a fragrance that I've been layering this. I've been wearing this alone. This could be anyone's signature scent. And for years, Shalimar was a signature scent of so many women and men who just love this DNA. And I think that this could fit into anybody. You cannot be a wallflower if you're going to rock something like this. This is going to get you noticed whether you want to be or not. I highly recommend Shalimar La Essence as a signature scent. I had to include this in the list because I'm already thinking about getting a second bottle because look at that dent. I'm not messing around here. And I've been literally wearing this at least once a week. It's been in constant rotation. If you go back in the last couple of my videos where I do my roundup, this has been in the video because I can't stop wearing it. That's how good this is. It's addictive. It is an addictive scent because it's so vanilla, musky, powdery type scent. I love it. You have to get your nose on it and you have to get this in your collection. And I believe that this is the quintessential signature scent is Shalimar La Essence. This next fragrance is the one I said is probably best release to me of 2025, and that is One by Samir Gray. The candied peach in here, oh my god, like this is just such a beautiful fragrance. There's a creamy tiara flower, there is a warm amber, and it's vanilla in here. And as someone who is a tiara flower hater, this made me a believer into believing that I can find a tiara flower that fits with me. And this is one of it. And I really think it's because of that candy peach and the amber that are keeping this floral, but also keeping that tiara flower from taking over. I highly recommend you get your nose on this. But this is, look at the dent. This is another one I can't stop reaching for. I cannot stop reaching for this because it's such a beautiful fragrance and it's so well done, so well blended. This could be anyone's signature scent. Man, woman, boy, child, human can rock this and rock it confidently because this is just an easy reach, but also complex. And I highly recommend it. I will always have this in my collection. When this is over, I will be buying another bottle. I will be buying a bottle because I need it. So this is One by Samir Gray. Now, would this be a video without a Kayali in here? Come on. I submit Kayali the Wedding Velvet Santal, often the forgotten of the Santal of the wedding collection. This is tea, jasmine, white musk, cedarwood, sandalwood, and benzoin. This could be anyone's signature scent. It's smooth, it's mellow, it's like this is not one that needs to command the attention, but it's going to get attention. It layers beautifully with other fragrances, but it is also a beautiful standalone. I have worn this by itself. I have gotten compliments by itself. Now, don't get me wrong, I do overspray because this is, I mean, her husband helped create it. And if you've seen him in videos and like that, he doesn't command attention, but there's something alluring about him. And that's exactly what this fragrance is. And so that's why I submit Velvet Santal as an easy reach, but also a complex, smooth, sophisticated, everyday scent that you can wear as a signature scent. And I highly recommend this one. This is Velvet Santal from Kayali. Now, I had to submit another one, and this is from Forever Mood. She Was Here. The name says it all. We've got pomegranate elemi, Turkish rose vanilla, pistachio milk, amber, and suede. She was here to make a statement. She was here to not be forgettable, and she was here to stay. And that is exactly what this fragrance is. And I highly recommend this as in anyone's collection. Like I said, about all of these, you can put them in any collection. But if you were just rocking this as a standalone, if this is your only fragrance, you would be remembered because this is a beautiful rose, pistachio, milky fragrance that has some depth from the suede and the amber. As you can see the dent, it don't lie. Love this fragrance so much. And I'm going to need another bottle soon because this one is another one that I have not been able to stop reaching for. Beautiful fragrance. And I have a lot of fragrances and I cannot stop reaching for this. So again, She Was Here from Forever Mood. So this next fragrance, I call her Queen of the White Florals. And that is Honor Woman from Amouage. And we have rhubarb, pepper, coriander, gardenia, tuberose, jasmine, lily of the valley, carnation, incense, amber, opoponax, leather, and vetiver. This is the quintessential white floral fragrance for white floral lovers. And I'm a white floral lover. And when you wear this, you will not be forgot. There's no way they can forget you because of how beautiful this fragrance is blended. This is how beautiful this fragrance projects, and the longevity. We're not even going to talk about it. This is going to get on you, hold you tight, never let you go because it is a powerful white floral fragrance. I say spray with caution. I have oversprayed and I didn't choke myself out, but she was on my clothes for days. I highly recommend Honor Woman in anyone's collection who love, you have to love white florals. If you are a white floral lover, if you love the way it smells on people, if you love the way it smells on yourself, I highly submit this as a beautiful signature scent, and I highly recommend it. Again, this is Honor Woman from Amouage. And last but not least, she needs no introduction. If I'm going to talk about Honor Woman, I gotta talk about Guidance. This is if I were to have a signature scent, Guidance would be in the running. Like, it would be in the top 3 choices that I would have to choose from to be my signature scent. I love this fragrance so much that I have it in every, if a company that I know or buy from comes out with their version, I'm gonna get the body care for it because I need to have it. This has a lot of notes, but it's pear, hazelnut, olibanum, osmanthus, rose, saffron, jasmine sandbach, sandalwood, vanilla. This is a powerhouse fragrance. I think Amouage only does powerhouse fragrances because they know how to do it where it is not going to leave your skin. It is not going to leave your clothes. I love, love, love this fragrance. I'm so glad it's in my collection. I'm eyeing Guidance 46. Actually, I'm more than eyeing it. And yeah, so I need it. I will see you all in the next one. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Let me know if you have any ideas, and I'll see you in the next one.